Hey guys, it's Eileen. I just wanted to say what's up, say hey, I didn't forget about you. I think I wasn't able to record or post something yesterday. I was driving all day yesterday. There are a couple of things I wanted to touch on today. So number one, yesterday I decided that I was going to drive about 2.5, 3 hours to kill two birds with one stone, sell something, a major item I was trying to get sold, and at the same time, spend a little bit of time with my family. That's really what made it worth for me to drive that far to another city was, you know what, I'm going to sell this item, but what's even more cool about it all is that I'm going to actually get to go and have lunch with my family and then drive back home. And it was all like a super last minute, like literally I just grabbed my purse, put the stuff in my truck and drove off and then drove right back after lunch. And I felt really good about it because I got to see my family. Like I never just randomly get into the truck and go have lunch with them and then drive back because it's about 2.5, 3 hour drive one way. So I was driving about 6 hours so that I could sell that item, which, you know, cool. It wasn't even like that much money, but it was like a bulky item that was taking up space in my garage. And I was like, yeah, I'll drive it over there. And you know what? I get to see my family. And it just really made me feel grateful that my family's in good health. And that I still have them and I get to see them because I've had a lot of really close people to me lose a loved one, like a parent or a sibling. And I can't even imagine what it would be like to lose anyone in my immediate family. It would just break my heart and be such a challenge, even though I know that they're in a better place and I believe that, you know, it's just a part of life. I mean, I don't just believe that. I know we are born, we live a great life if we choose to do so, and then we go on to become reunited with Source. That's my opinion anyway. So I just wanted to touch a little bit on that because I used to be very goal-oriented and I'm very motivated by money for sure. However, as time has gone by, I used to own a major company or like, I guess not major, like a large operation. And it demanded a lot of my time, basically all of my time. And I sacrificed because I believed that I needed to sacrifice a lot of precious time and time away from my family. And that was really challenging and very difficult for me, but I am a woman of my word. And once I make a commitment, even if I have a change of heart, I'm not going to just drop it in and go. Like I'm going to finish what I set out to do and find an amicable exit strategy to whatever it is that I committed to doing. Because that's just who I've always been and that's how I believe business should be done. So even though I was quite unhappy running and operating my other company, but I just found the brighter side of things and just did my best to find the blessing in the situation. And I'm super grateful for having that other company and being able to learn and grow as a businesswoman and as an individual because of it. You know, I mean, I'm not going to take away from all the amazing things that it did provide for me. I just feel that I maybe was in it for the wrong reasons. And the main reason was for money. And there were just so many moments, so many birthday parties and barbecues and family get-togethers and family trips and vacations that I just didn't do because I had a responsibility, and I succeeded in my business. I guess it depends what success means to you, but I did really well financially owning that company. But it came at such a high cost. My health was declining no matter how healthy I looked and how much I ate. My blood work showed otherwise, and I didn't want to go down that route. I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be successful in a company, it's going to be in something that I actually enjoy and something that I want to do and something that I believe in, and not something that I'm bound to because I signed a contract or for whatever reason I made up in my mind. So I really have taken to heart that lesson because it was not an easy pill to swallow, in that, I can't ever get those years back. I can't. Time is the one commodity that we will never get back. So every second, every breath that we have, in my opinion, is precious because that time is gone. You can't get it back. You can't get a refund. Unfortunately, we can't start 2020 over again, and I don't regret what I did in having really dedicated myself to my business and really grown it to be what it was and what it became before I exited that industry. However, now I really appreciate every moment that I have in this life. Every moment I get to spend time with my animals, with my dogs, with my family, especially, and by myself, and really take it all in and enjoy every moment. Because while I was so busy going and making money and being the big boss lady and, being in charge of so many things and so many people, which was a lot of fun, but it came at a high price, and that price was family time and a lot of true, genuine happiness of my own. So be happy. Choose something that makes you happy, because I promise whatever your passion is, you can make it a financial success if you really want to have that. And whatever financial success equals to you, you can have it. We can have it all. And, a few years ago, one of my family members got really ill, and it was an eye-opener. Like, wow, we really don't know how long we have on this earth. And, there was a lot of precious time that I didn't get to spend with that individual that I just wish I could have. So you know what? What am I going to do about it now? I'm going to spend as much time as I can. And if I can move things around so that I can see them for just an hour even, and hold them and hug them and kiss them and tell them that I love them, then I'll do that, And I have traveled to go see my family so much over the past couple of years. It's almost like making up for lost time over the 11 years of me having the other company. So really, I know it may sound cliche, but tell the people that you love them, because you just don't know. You don't know when it is that you'll never see them again. And just do your best to make the most of every second of every minute of every day. And that ties into the next topic that I wanted to touch on. So I was asked by a distant family member for some help with an issue that was going on, because I live in another city where it would be easier for me to help with that situation. And the past me would have dropped what I was doing and been like, okay, it's for family. Let me just go out of my way, above and beyond. But who I am today is really a different story than who I was in the past. I can't compare my past self to my present self, because that's unfair. I know more now than I knew then. And in that moment, who I was in the past was perfect. I was growing at my own pace. Every single person has their own pace, and no one's is the same, and no one will ever be the same, because each person is so unique and so individual and so beautiful. So for me to compare my strengths to my weaknesses from before, or even my strengths to someone else's weaknesses, it's just unfair. Like, it's not even a comparable situation. So I'm not upset with myself from before. I'm grateful for everything, and I'm going to learn from it. And now, who I am now, I will not drop everything that I'm doing. I am more important to my own self. Like, when I can, absolutely, I will go above and beyond for almost anyone that, I can help, especially a family member. Now, I will prioritize the situation, and I will make the best decision in that moment. And every decision that I make, I understand there is no wrong answer. Because just like when you're on the GPS, or you put a destination in your GPS and you miss the exit and you keep going, it will reroute you. And even if you realize, oh, shoot, I was supposed to take that exit, and the next turnaround isn't for like 2 miles, well, the GPS will tell you, keep going for 2 more miles and then take the turnaround. It's not going to tell you, hey, go off the dirt road and like, too bad, just figure it out and then drive around, It's going to tell you when the best time is to exit and then turn back around. So, and I got that analogy from Abraham Hicks. I will forever be so grateful to Abraham Hicks publications, and I highly recommend that you Google them, look up their books, whatever you can, get your hands on some Abraham. And so, yeah, who I was back then is not someone I can compare to who I am now. And at this moment in time, I feel like what I'm doing is more important. And please, guys, be so guarded with your time. And don't allow others, this is just my advice. And this is from my perspective, because that's all I can say is my opinion and my perspective. In my perspective, I will not allow anyone else to try and demand my time when I already had my time scheduled to do other things that are important to me. Because, hey, if you want my help and it's because something is important to you, did you do everything that you could? Oh, no, you didn't? Okay, you know what? Then if it's not as important to you to do everything in your power, why would you think that I would do everything in my power to help you? I'm baffled. But at the same time, I'm just like, you know what? I love you, but I love myself first, and I love myself more. And the more that I find and fine-tune who I am and how much I love myself, the better my life becomes. So guys, be so guarded with your time, and really you decide what you're going to do with your time. So it's precious. You can never get it back. So guard it like that. All right, guys, have a good night. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.